going, YouTube? Um, yeah, I just thought I'd jump on and do, a winter depth of the winter video. Not that these are any different than my depths of the summer video where I'm just sitting here talking. Thought I'd just check in. There's not really anything going on. The winters for me are usually financially a wash because I go and spend a lot of money on eBay. I'm just tinkering. I was like, oh, let me try this, let me try that. So if there's one thing I've gotten better at this winter is not spending money on eBay and actually paying down some debt. And so a lot of good, maybe some life updates in this one that have been, pretty beneficial. And then, obviously, golf updates as we get into the season. I gotta, on days like this, it's quite nice out today. It's like 6 degrees, which is, for the winter is nice in February. Maybe that's like high 40s, I really miss not being able to just jump on the train and go out and play, which I was able to do. And I'm super glad I took advantage of that in the off season. So, what I can do though is I'm working at, like I said, a golf tour, and so I jump in there just in the simulators and hit balls before my shift. I sort of racked out my shoulder last week, so I'm just resting. That is one of the problems, I've got like an hour. Let's see, you got an hour. Let's say I go up there early for an hour, and you get excited and you want to hit balls, and so I gotta remember I'm 54 years old and, just temper that. So I've been getting a lot better at it. What I've been doing, I still use the parachute, the power chute, to warm up now. Yeah, and that thing really, I don't know what the heck it's good for, but it's definitely great for tempo, giving me a little bit of strength training. Yeah, just really getting me to accelerate like through the ball. So I warm up with that, and then I hit some wedges, and then, unfortunately, I just jump into drivers, and that's where I sort of get into trouble. So I try to warm up with some bunting drivers and then get too excited, and then, all hell breaks loose, and then I'm flat on my back for a day. But it's all good. I find that just going into, doing wedges and some sandwich half 50-yard wedges has been just helping my lower back, just making sure you warm up. So if you're an older golfer like me, just make sure, they always say it, but make sure you warm up. I do stretches at my stretching every day, and some strength stuff, some lifting. So yeah, I'm just sort of checking in on that. So still doing that every day, or when I can. The other thing I've been doing, I listened to a bunch of podcasts, and I was listening to a bunch of Stuart Hagestad podcasts, and yeah, I mean, my putting is something that I like putting. I love putting, and I want to be a better putter. I think I'm a pretty good putter. I'm just very streaky, like a lot of maybe you guys. What I've been really working on is just, he talks about it, and everybody does these things, but I never really have ground on these, or have grinded on some of these drills. So just trying to get my line, going really good. So I just have a 40-inch ruler, straight edge, put it down, hit balls on it. And I don't do that a lot. Maybe 10 putts a day, 5 putts a day, or whenever, consistently every week. So yeah, it feels like that's helped a lot. I just use I have my my Bettinardi up at the store because we have a packed indoor putting green. So on my breaks, I try to do some putts on there. So I'm just using actually my Wilson 8802, which has been good. It's sort of, a little bit more exacting, sort of expose bad strokes and off head and center hits. So that's good. Really good feedback. So I've just been doing that. He mentions that a lot, what really helped his putting. It's a no-brainer. Everybody talks about it, but yeah, I'm inside. So what a better time than to work on my putting. And then yeah, life stuff. I just got a bunch of stuff going into storage. So I was going to show some of my mementos, but I was going to drag them out, but they're all packed away. But I have a bunch of really nice autographs that I found when I was a kid. Maybe I'll show some pictures. I have a bunch of great pictures. Like this 78, 79. So Nicklaus, Trevino, Watson, Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, all those guys, like Crenshaw. I was a 10-year-old kid taking pictures of them at the Canadian Open. So that was fun. And then getting all their autographs. And then I built out a little bit of a autograph collection on top of that, I got a Sam Snead, two Ben Hogans, Gene Sarazen. And then I just have been, whenever they come up on eBay, grab something that I like, some mementos. And then I, have my tickets from US Opens that I went to, that I was able to go to in the US when I was living in New York City. So, Marion, and then the PGA at Baltusrol and things like that. So, yeah, maybe at some point I'll pull those out, or, maybe in a future video, when I set them up, I'll walk you through those. Those are really nice little things to have. Yeah, life, like I alluded to earlier, I made some diet changes and really helpful. So as I've gotten older, my body has, started to tell me things, and I'm hopefully smart enough to listen to them. So yeah, I just cut out a lot of sugar from my diet, and it's been like a mind-blowing experience. It's been great. There's a lot of sugar and everything. So if you can get out of eating bagels, like I used to love to eat a bagel in the morning, or even like processed, even those whole grains, processed breads are just loaded with sugar. So I'm just going to low sodium, low sugar English muffins. The other thing I've been trying to do is just pull out a lot of dairy. I've been eating a lot of yogurt, which is great. I was eating bananas in the morning, and they were like spiking my blood sugar, and it was not good. So I've been just eating yogurt, so there's sugar in there because I like the flavored stuff. But then I've been pulling out like anything like cream cheese or sour creams, and just using, there's pineapple based, there's pineapple based sour creams, and they're amazing, so I've been doing those, and spreads, so that's great. It's been really helping. Not that I need to lose any weight, but I've lost weight and put on muscle. So if you're out there trying to lose some weight, just nix that, black coffee if you can, no sugary drinks. I eat pomegranate juice, which has been great, because a lot of natural good sugars in that. Like the sugar count is high, but they're natural sugars. So it's like you got to sort of figure out which sugars are good. And then, cleaning off some debt. Cleaned off a lot of debt, credit cards. Still a long way to go, but I'm over the hump, and I've been trying to sock away a number into like a investment account every week. So maybe what I'll do at the end of the year, I'll see how I did. So maybe every year in my wrap up video, I'll be like, how much, because I have a goal of every week I want to put in, and it's a significant part of my, because I make such little money right now. I mean, I'm loving my job. I love it. I love selling people golf clubs, but it's the golf industry. You don't make any money, so it's a significant part of my income. Let's put it that way. Not overwhelming, but it's like up there. It's like a quarter of my income I'm socking away, and so we'll see if I can do that through the year. And see what happens. So there's another goal. And then, yeah, the tournament schedules are starting to come out. So my goal, obviously, is to try to play as many tournaments this year. And we're going to try to figure out how to do that. It's going to be expensive, and it's going to require, transportation potentially. But we're going to figure this out. By the middle of the season, I'll have an update on how many season tournaments I've been able to play, let's say, and anything pending. And then just one last thing, I'm always doing these like talking head videos. I don't do a lot of playing, or I don't do a lot of, vlogs. I'm going to try to do some more golf vlogs. But, trying to get better at something and then these are really boring, and trying to get better at something is really boring. There's no way of getting around it. Like YouTube is full of great stuff and great content, but if you look at those guys that are playing a lot of videos, they don't get better. And I don't want to be one of those guys. I want to get better. I want to be a good golfer. I'm a pretty good golfer. I want to get better at playing in competition. And so, it's just the way to do it. I think they're fun to watch, but just track those guys, and they get worse. Like, I won't say anything, but I've watched a couple videos of some bigger players, and they got worse. Like, you know what I mean? So you can just put the camera away if you're trying to get better, and grind it out. That's my piece of advice. So another long rambling video here, but I thought I would just check in. It's the middle of February. I'm in the Toronto area, so I'm hitting balls, practicing my putting, just doing general life stuff, trying to get some things tightened up on that front. Yeah, so maybe if you've been working on anything in the off season, feel free to throw it in the comments if you've been able to get some rounds in or do some traveling or something. That's great, and let us know. I had a great season caddying next year, so I'm just trying to line up my caddying situation for upcoming season, starting to put out some feelers, and then we'll see where that leads me. And then, so obviously then intertwined with that is ideally some playing tournaments and enough time to practice. So yeah, that's what's going on around here. Yeah. I hope you guys are just having a great off season. If you're able to play or travel, I hope things are going great. If you're just stuck in a non-golf situation like me, I hope you're not going nuts, because I am. And if you're getting older, just don't injure yourself. I'm not. It's nothing serious, but it's just, yeah, take care of your body. And so there we go. Yeah, I'll probably coming up, and this is February, so coming up into March and April, I'll get a better sense of what's going on, so my schedule and things for the year and events and how many I'll get in. So, I'll probably I'm laying those out now, but then maybe, I'll do prep videos or something and see how I do. Yeah, so, yeah, just another 15 minutes of me yammering away. I hope you guys are doing great. As always, thank you for checking in. Thank you for subscribing. We'll get to a little bit more golf content in the year. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video, and bye for now.